What I admire the most about Norette is her work ethic. She's unbelievable in how hard she works and the amount of hours that she works. This is kind of new to me to understand that people work multiple jobs and yet have such a demanding job. And both, I know she spends a lot of time at the harbor as well as in another location. She has a small child that she takes care of, and I think I admire the fact that she always has such a positive attitude. She never looks ruffled. She never is frustrated. I appreciate that, and I admire her for her tireless work ethic.
My name is Norette Burnett. My role is an RCA. Outside of work, I'm married, and I have a 3-year-old son that keeps me up all day and keep me running. My strength is positivity. Always positive. No matter what comes today, it's the next day. You gotta keep that strength. And when I come to work in Middlebrook Farm, I found out it's a lovely job because you gain experience by knowledge. And I think wisdom is the best thing you should have. When you learn that wisdom from older people, older residents, that who's been there, you feel the sense of you belong. That's where you belong. You belong here to take care of them.
I love Norette. I think of her as a trusted advisor. She's somebody that I think has a lot of wisdom. And until my mother was needing to stay on the unit more, and after her stroke, I would stay here more often. I'd spend more time. And in that time, I was able to see how valuable a resource she was on so many levels. So I came to trust. I would actually ask her questions more than I would ask a medical person in terms of her observations and what she's noticed about my mother and her care. And so I still look to her as somebody who would be as a good, important person for me to check in with, to get a finger on the pulse of what's happening here. And so my relationship is really also someone I'm very grateful to have in my mother's life.
My coworkers are some of the best people I work with. We always have fun working. My lead always said, we are not here for ourselves, we are here for the residents. And that's what I take seriously. You're not here for yourself, you're here for the residents. So it's just beautiful working here. I couldn't enjoy better work than working in Middlebrook Farm at Trumbull.
I think Norette exemplifies compassionate care because she treats the residents as if they were her dear young son. She loves them to that extent. Compassionate care is really showing kindness, I think, towards others in a time of great vulnerability. And I think Norette, as I said, exemplifies this.
If you have ever met Clea, she just radiates. You look at her, she smiles, she glows, and it makes you feel comfortable and it makes you feel good. And I think that's an important part of a compassionate caregiver, the empathy that she feels.
Everything Clea does comes straight from the heart, and you can tell with everything she says and will do for my grandparents that she's really passionate about her work.
Clea is just such a warm and wonderful young woman, and just really embraced her role here at the Falls. It wasn't just about doing one job. It was about really being a companion and advocate for everyone who lived here.
Hi, I'm Clea Bino. I've been with Benchmark for 6 years. I've been at the Falls. I'm the resident care associate.
A few months after they moved in here, my father said, I think you're going to have a younger sister, and told me that he was going to adopt Clea. And so I think that speaks for who she is and how my folks feel about her. And I would be crazy lucky to have a sister like Clea.
Clea is a very, very special person. As we go through life, my wife and I have met many, many people. And Clea really has something about her that makes her special among the community.
So One of my favorite things is my dad once introduced me to Clea and says, "Have you met your new sister?" And Clea just made them feel so welcome and important.
Just seeing my mother-in-law and Clea together, sitting together, warms my heart, even though it's not an active thing. They just sat there and she had her arm around my mother-in-law when I walked in, and my mother-in-law was knitting. And there was just such care and love that I felt like it could have been me or any of our family members, but I could tell that my mother-in-law was so comfortable and so happy just sitting there with her that it really, it felt like a family member taking care of her.
It's something really simple about it. It meant so much to my mother-in-law is just that she got to sit next to Clea when Clea was at the front desk, and she felt important, and you can tell she felt important. She sat up straighter and she smiled, and it was almost like she worked here. It was so cute. That they were just two co-workers.
For me, it's every day. Every time I see her, she says, "Hi, honey." She knows all our names, and I'm just so grateful that my mother has been able to have a friend like Clea here at the Falls.
I'm from the Caribbean, and in the Caribbean, we don't really have a lot of assisted living. Our grandparents just stay in our house pretty much, and we're the caregivers. And when I was younger, about 10, my grandfather lived with us, and he was very old. So I was the one cheering him up, running around the house, making sure he's okay. So when I moved to America, I knew I wanted to be in the medical field. I didn't know what yet. So when I became a CNA and I met all these wonderful people, I just fell in love with the elderly. I'm trying to do the best I can to help them no matter what. It's so rewarding just being here and working here and being part of such a beautiful community, and helping people as much as I can is literally what I think I was put on this earth to do.
Definition part of compassion, I would say it is certain special empathy. I mean, seeing things from the other person's shoes. Every grown-up person can do that, but there are certain people who do it so naturally and so often, and it makes you feel that you are well served, well protected. You feel good being with those people. And Sandra happens to be one of those.
Whenever I want to have a joke or a laugh, I know I can go to the desk. When I'm at the desk, I can get it from Sandra.
Boston is not New York. I was depressed when I first came here, because I left all my friends behind. Friends of over 50 years. But Sandra became a friend, and I felt like I really had a friend here. And she really helped me adjust.
I'm Sandra Papsadero. I'm in my 3rd year, happily, here at the Commons in Lincoln. Love my job. I'm the concierge in independent living, the night shift. I have to be honest with you, anybody can do clerical work, anybody can answer a phone. I love the interchange with the residents. I get a big kick out of them. I'm very fond of them. And I look forward to seeing them. When I came here, within weeks I knew it was a good fit for me, and I had found people that I could relate to, talk with. There's so many bright people here, and there's so many accomplished people here. We have captains of industry, we have writers, we have artists, we have scientists, physicians, people that have so much to offer even now, and I eat it up like candy.
She's had some personal issues that most people, or many people, that would sink from.
One day we heard the news that her son...
I don't know if they told you, my son passed away suddenly in December, and I was destroyed, still am, without the people from the Commons. Where would I be?
Oh my, that was so sad. But this whole place was saddened by this, because everybody loves her. They had a bus from here bringing everybody to the funeral and to the wake, both. And as I say, the bus was filled. And cars, people who couldn't get on the bus came by car. That's how much they care about her.
A wonderful, and she's a gift to benchmark, I think. So,
her sincerity, her heart is with everybody, and I think we're family to her too. And because she's always said that she feels so at home here, and because everybody loves her, so it's a mutual thing. It goes both ways.